catch my, you can't catch my.
I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put away my heart all on my sleeve. That's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't hear it when the crowd screams. Still ballin' like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood thinner. Juice stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you can do, I can do it better than you. No matter what I do, achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my...
Tonight, from Soldier Field in Chicago, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Mitchell Trubisky and the Chicago Bears taking on Ryan Tannehill and the Tennessee Titans.
Bit of a sloppy track here at Soldier Field. Still getting some of the wraparound rain bands of a low-pressure system that's hovered over Chicago the last couple of days. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Tennessee Titans. Welcome again, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, and yes, the rain is falling now, and it is supposed to continue to fall throughout this game. So how do you think that will impact this contest?
Well, first and foremost, both quarterbacks are going to make sure the officials have those dry footballs coming in each and every play and standing over them sometimes with a towel before the center gets up there to snap it. Second thing is the focus of all the guys who handle the football. Do they wear gloves? Do they take them off? Will they carry the ball high and tight to make sure they have good ball security? That's paramount in a game like this.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. They'll run for the first time with Tariq Cohen. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Trubisky. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Lets this one rip toward Graham. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Give him 30 yards there. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What, does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after him. Put the pressure.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Credit the sack there to Harold Landry.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
On 3rd and goal, Trubisky. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown Bears. Allen Robinson there to make the grab. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. They gotta love that. 9-play drive results in 6 points.
That means they're doing the dictating. That means that they've described how the game's going to go. They're playing at their tempo, at their pace. If you're on the other side of the ball, if you're playing defense, defense is not methodical. They've got to go in there and shake things up and create a little havoc.
Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good.
7, Titans nothing. Pat O'Donnell, the kickoff for Chicago.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. Khalif Raymond now. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. They'll break the huddle, send 3 receivers left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 5.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
And that's exactly what defense is talking about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Bears take over. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Second and 10, it's Trubisky again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and it'll be Titan football. The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3-and-out on their opening drive.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
1 yard gain.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Derrick Henry, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And it's third down.
And 9 yards to go.
Back to throw, Tannehill. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And you want to talk about active hands. These guys, these defensive... At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
49-yard line.
A play fake to Montgomery. Now Trubisky. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now third down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, Montgomery. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Bears will extend their lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game.
Pat O'Donnell to kick off for Chicago.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
They're on the 24-yard line.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And his throw is incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
Jalen Johnson on the coverage.
Now it's Tannehill. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That's a 3rd down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. When you're down early, how do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
On 2nd down, it's Henry, and brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Titans, nothing.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A first down carry for Henry. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
7 at the Bears' 27-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. Over the middle to Smith. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 17-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. A first red zone opportunity for the Titans. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Now Tannehill. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 13-yard line.
Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
The Titans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, Tannehill. That's complete right around the 8. And the Titans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Titans have made this a 1-score game.
Greg Joseph.
A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front. Offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. On the return, here's a dangerous Cordero Patterson. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 29.
The Bears offense led by Mitch Trubisky heading back out there. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the 2nd quarter. And all the way down to the 29. Trubisky hitting Robinson for a big one. 42 yards.
How about the first half he's putting together? Well over 100 yards already with that last catch. And to me, they'd be well served to keep looking his way. A number of big plays already in this one.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Trubisky going for it all. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
2nd down and 10.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
They'll run forward with Montgomery. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Now, always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Now Trubisky will lead the Bears up to go for 2. Throwing here, Trubisky. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank.
The attempt at the 2-point conversion is no good.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off.
Pat O'Donnell to kick off for Chicago.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
He's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. This one caught by Davis. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 15 yards on the play. First down.
First down, Tennessee.
They'll run on first down. Henry. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Second and 11 at the 41. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Out to the right to Humphries. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
It's a gain of 8, and it brings up third down.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will have a Titans first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
And the Titans.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now he's flushed out left. He'll run it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown.
Tannehill's pass.
A gain of 6 there on first.
A.J. Brown. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Bears' 22-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To throw is Tannehill. Quick slant to Brown. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get to... Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Adam Humphries there to make the grab. And the Titans are able to make this a close game again. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment and you have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Now it's Patterson. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Back out onto the field comes Allen Robinson, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defense, is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 32.
Able to hit on a big play right there in the 2-minute drill. And now they've got a chance to use all the remaining clock and build on their lead right before halftime.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Trubisky will throw. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Here's Trubisky to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. This is caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 3.
So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now. Partner, they're less than 2 minutes ago in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated by the fellows in New York.
And if you're the coach, you're thinking, thank you, New York. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out.
Offense.
And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
Jimmy Graham.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Trubisky. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would...
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Anthony Miller there to make the grab as the Bears push further out in front.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago.
Pat O'Donnell to kick off for Chicago.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Derrick Henry and the rest of the Titans offense about ready to roll again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. The credit that sack to Robert Quinn. 3rd and long, it's Tannehill. And the pressure gets to him again. That sack by Khalil Mack.
A loss of 4 yards. Another 3 and out.
So we come upon halftime, and what's it? You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it.
Titans 14. Pat O'Donnell to kick off for Chicago.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
On the return, the Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Second half begins with a run by Henry. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Tannehill. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Defensively, they rally the troops to force fourth down after that 7-yard pickup back on first.
But these guys going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
35-yard line.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. He'll find Miller. That's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40.
Delay of game, offense.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that, because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
And he took that in one-handed. What a grab. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They frustrated these receivers tonight, really held down the passing game, but there got the penalty.
Fine line between aggressive, good coverage, and interference, and they crossed it on that play.
They'll run with Montgomery. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
This is obviously a critical sequence for this defense if they want to stay in this game. Down 2 scores already. They give up a touchdown here. That makes things really difficult for their offense moving forward.
And he's going to be shoved back short of the goal line. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. Here is Montgomery on 3rd and goal. And this time he is in.
Yes.
Punching it in from a yard away. And the Bears will extend their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And that one makes this a 19-point game. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off.
Pat O'Donnell to kick off for Chicago.
After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Tannehill on 1st down. Able to find Davis. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there, because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Give all that credit defensively to Khalil Mack. A great stop in the backfield.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Now on 2nd and 13, Tannehill. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Tannehill now to throw. And right side, Henry's got it. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
Good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
1st and 10.
Mitchell Trubisky and the Bears set to begin their next drive. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the 3rd.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. There's Vic Beasley. Always tough to block as he gets in to bring him down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down.
Two things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the 1st down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Titans are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over 1st and 10. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Complete to A.J. Brown.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
At the Bears' 41-yard line.
Back to throw, Tannehill. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Titans, first down.
And the busy night for Henry continues. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked. Up there in the middle of the line, a lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Tannehill. Pass caught left side by Humphries. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Tennessee.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, Tannehill. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. 2nd and 6 from the 10. Here's Tannehill. The quick slant caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans.
Touchdown.
From 10 yards out. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Joseph now to have the PAT. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with a Tennessee score. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Now it's Patterson. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 27.
The Chicago offense set to get started. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Offense.
You can't do that, man.
And that'll set them back 5.
Still first down.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Now Trubisky. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Looking to throw Trubisky on 1st down. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Rashad Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there. Blitz came there from the inside, and there just wasn't much resistance.
No, not at all. That means that defensively, they timed it up perfectly and matched up perfectly. They drew all the blockers to the other guys, left a free runner back to the quarterback, and you know what a free runner turns into?
What?
A free hitter.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Trubisky. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 1.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And that will be incomplete.
Trubisky.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. He'll throw from the gun. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
3rd and 2, Tannehill. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Tannehill finding Davis for a Titan first down. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Throwing again is Tannehill. This one caught by Davis. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
The head coach relied on his eagle eye in the sky to make the right call and was told to challenge it, and it looks like it's paid off.
And from a coach's standpoint, when you throw that, and they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Khalil Mack, his 2nd sack of the night.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
The blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. Letting one go deep for the end zone. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time, but now it'll be 3rd down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this.
So they went to the booth to see if that was a touchdown, and they have decided it will not be a touchdown. 6 points off the board. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to about the 19. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They snap it to Tannehill. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Corey Davis there to make the grab. And the Titans have made this a 1-score game. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
Is under review.
Greg Joseph on for the extra point.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. And this is back to a 5-point game. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. And this offense led by Mitchell Trubisky going to make their way back out there. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind. It's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes about him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he'll be taken down by the face mask, it appeared. And, yes, out come the flags.
Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march up another 15 against your squad.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now it's Trubisky. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. After the interception, here's Tannehill. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Tannehill looking left side. He's got it. Complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back. But now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six.
O'Donnell, the kickoff for Chicago.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. Now Tannehill. They set up the screen for Henry. First down and much more for Henry. And he takes it all the way up to the 47. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. That's complete. Middle of the field to Humphreys. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First down, Titans, gain of 12. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Tannehill throwing complete to Davis. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. As that clock continues to run. They will find Davis. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 14. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Eddie Jackson picks it. And he's into the clear. The 30, 10, and they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. Touchdown, Bears. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. So that'll back them up 5. Well, now things get a little dicier here. It's a 42-yard extra point attempt. No, and the increased distance may have cost him there, as it is no good.
Pat O'Donnell to kick off for Chicago.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
On the return, the Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because
and for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Buster Skrine. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And he slings one that's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's the bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense, because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage to try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Now it's Trubisky. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game.
28.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
For Chicago.
And the Titans are going to recover the football.
The onside kick is recovered.
4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And that one hits the ground incomplete. So now just 4 ticks left in this one. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. Here's the correct call.
Tonight's final score, Bears.
Big offensive explosion helped leading them